Alright guys, so today we're going to check out a very interesting pair of over-the-ear wireless headphones. And the pair that we're going to check out is the Back Bay Audio Clear Call 70. Now first off, as far as the pricing goes, these do come in retailing at $69, although on Amazon they're on sale and there's the little coupon box you can check off. So right now you can actually pick these up for $45. And if you're not familiar with the company Back Bay Audio, they're actually located here in the US. They're a company that's out of Boston, Massachusetts, and we've checked out some of their true wireless earbuds in the past, and they've always impressed me what all you're getting for what you're actually spending. So I was excited to check these out, especially because it's kind of rare to come across a wireless pair of headphones, especially a good pair that you can pick up for under 50 bucks. But what makes this pair stand out is it comes with a removable microphone. Now this one's not really intended for gaming, although obviously you could use it that way, but I think it's geared more towards the person that needs to use a wireless pair of headphones to and from work. But then while you're at work, you need a pair of headphones that you can take phone calls all day. And this microphone definitely separates these from other just like consumer style headphones. But we'll talk about that all in a minute. Some of the other things that makes it stand out is it also has multi-point connection. So again, if you are going to be using the mics for taking phone calls, let's say you want to be watching something on your computer or on a tablet or something other than your phone where you may be taking the phone calls, you can have it connected to more than one device at a time. And then it also has 3 different EQ modes already built into the headphones. Now this pair does not work with an app, so I do like the fact that you can switch it between these all from the headphones themselves. And the 3 different modes they have is they have their signature mode, which is the way that it comes out of the box. They have a bass boost mode and basically a vocal mode, one that's made to bring out vocals or, bring out the treble and the mids a little bit more. And I'll talk about these a little bit later once we talk about the sound and talk about the one that I actually prefer the most, which is kind of surprising considering the options that they have. Now, as far as some of the things that you're getting inside the box, this pair does come with a nice hard case, which is kind of surprising in this price range. It does come with that removable mic, and then it also comes with a USB-C cable for charging. And speaking of the charging, this was another impressive spec on this headphone. The battery life on a single charge will get you about 45 hours of use. And if you do happen to pick them up and they are dead, a 15-minute charge is going to get you about 2.5 hours of use. So 45 hours, take that into perspective. That can get you basically almost a full week. But if you're going to use it like to and from work and you're going to use the microphone while you're at work, you're easily going to be able to get 2 or 3 days before even needing to charge these. So that's a huge plus for people that don't, charge your headphones or whatever every day. Just having that kind of battery life just gives you peace of mind that you're always going to be ready to go. Now, as far as the look and the build quality of the headphones, it's solid black. It is all plastic. Luckily, it's not one of those that's picking up fingerprints. It's extremely lightweight because of the plastic. Now, it does have the metal extenders inside, and I do like that they fold inward, and I also like that they swivel to fold flat. So that's how you would get them to fit in the case. There's plenty of padding on the headband, and there's also plenty of padding in the ear pads. And the ear pads on these remind me a lot of the Sony XM4s. It's memory foam. It's very plush. It's very soft. It's one of those, basically you could wear this headphone like all day. It's not going to get uncomfortable. It's not going to have that weight across the center part of your head, and there's not a tight clamping force. So I never found these to be uncomfortable. Now, as far as the buttons and the inputs, all of them are located on the right side. You have your USB-C input on the bottom, and then you have 3 buttons, which are basically your multi-function button in the middle. You have your plus and minus on both sides of those, and these allow you to control everything. So you have your play, pause, skipping your tracks forward, going backwards, your volume control, and then you have to press the plus and the minus at the same time to be able to switch between the different EQ modes. But again, you can do all of that from the headphones themselves. But the big selling point on this pair is going to be this removable mic. I think they did a very good job of making it where you can use these for gaming, use these for taking phone calls, and then when you don't want to use it, you just remove it. But I want you guys to hear the sample of the mic here. All right, guys, so here's the mic test of the Clear Call 70. As you can see, it picks up my voice very well. It sounds pretty natural. It doesn't have that over-digitized sound to it. So this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call. And so now here's the mic test with the crowd noise being played, which you can hear here. And so this is what it would sound like if you were to take a call in public. So let's talk about the sound. And the first thing that I want to say, and this probably sums up the whole sound on these headphones, is that they are bassy. Now, the bass on these definitely warm up the overall sound. The bass is prominent no matter which mode that you're switching it into, even the vocal mode. And the vocal mode is the one that I actually preferred the most. I felt like the signature mode was a little too warm. The bass was a little too loose here. The bass boost mode just took it that much further, but I felt like the vocal mode boosted the treble enough where it brought out a lot more details. The bass is still there. It has that punch to it, but also that low rumble, that subwoofer type effect that a lot of bass heads are gonna like. So there's no way to get away from the bass on these headphones. So if you are not a bass head, or if you like something that sounds flat or reference style, or just something that's overly bright, that is not going to be this pair. But if you are a bass head, or you just like that overextended bass, or that, aggressive bass, this is an interesting pair, especially in this price range. I don't think there's a lot of competition when it comes to the low end, and I think it sounds great for certain genres. Now, another thing that I do want to point out is the bass and the dominance of bass affects the Soundstage and the sound imaging. This isn't as open as a lot of other headphones that we test out. It did still leave me feeling like I was in a medium-sized room, so it's not just closing it in and making it feel like two large speakers, but don't expect this pair to be extremely open. But luckily I didn't have any issues with being able to tell where different sounds are coming from, and again, this does affect the different genres that I listen to. So with breaking it down and grading it with the different genres, if you mainly listen to pop and hip hop, this is definitely the genre that I give it the highest rating. I give it an 8 here. But if you listen to rock and metal and something where there's a lot going on, the chaoticness of those genres can definitely be affected by the low end on this headphone. So for those genres, I give this pair a 6. And kind of the same thing for easy listening. Those are genres where bass isn't necessarily needed as much, but it does affect the clarity that you're getting out of male and female vocalists. So I give it a 6 here as well. But for media, the bass adds to that genre because of explosions and things like that. But having this microphone, if you're going to be using these for gaming, is definitely a plus. So I give it an 8 if you're going to be using it for that. And then my overall rating, which is normally mainly on the fact that I like to listen to a lot of different genres. I like to listen to my headphones for movies and games and just everything. This, I would give it a 6. I think it's handicapped because of that prominent bass. But if you look at these where I think they're really intended to shine, which is the microphone, that then would bring the rating up to an 8. There's not really a whole lot that can compete with these. There's not a lot that gives you the versatility of removing the mic from a wireless pair of headphones, especially a pair that's not a gaming pair of headphones. It doesn't look like a gaming set. There's no RGB lighting. There's no obnoxious look to it. It looks like a standard pair of Bluetooth headphones that are very comfortable, that have a lot of versatility, especially, again, if you are a bass head. So I definitely see the value. I think at under $50, this is an excellent pair to use all day at work with that microphone, but then remove it and go to the gym, somewhere where you do want that really punchy bass to keep you motivated while working out. So again, I can see the market for this. The bass I was really impressed with, but I'm, again, somebody that likes that overly bright treble that I don't feel like this pair is capable of getting. So it kind of, puts it in a corner, which, again, it's a corner that a lot of people are happy being in. But guys, that's my video on the Back Bay Clear Call 70. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.